All right, boys, it's been a while since we've had a warp drive upload, but we're going to do a DCT filter change on this bad boy here. And, you know, what you need is a nice 4-post lift. That way, you know, they say you can do it on the ground, but that's a little bit of a bitch. So I wouldn't want to be lying on the ground, monkeying around, you know, playing games and doing this and that. So we're gonna back this guy up here, and we're gonna do a nice ooh, he needs an exhaust. Sounds like a Sally mobile. All right, there's my ride, looking sweet if you ask me. All right, well, you know what, we'll get this thing backed up and go from there. Wish us luck. Back her up. Tiny bit this way. All right, now we're going to start on the lift.
We want it to be warm, don't we?
No. Shut her down. All right, we're going to raise her up. Get your man working the lift. All right, we're gonna start this bad boy, get that filter changed. But first, you know, like any good backyard mechanic like myself, we're gonna go grab ourselves, you know, a couple of beverages, because, you know, why the hell not? You know, no self-respecting man should start a job like this without a couple of nice cold beers. You know what I'm saying, right? Oh, just excuse me there, boys. Just go into the backyard here. Oh, what do we got here? Beer fridge. Fully stocked too. Grab a couple of Muskoka cream ales. These things are the cat's ass. All right. Always wear proper footwear as well when you're working. Flip-flops are recommended by me. All right. We're going to drink some beers and change the DCT filter. There you are.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice. All right, let's rock and roll. All right. We got to get, you know, tools here, boys. We got a 7mm, we got a 10mm, we got a 13mm, and we got these inverted Torx, or whatever they are. Number 8 and number 16. Got some tools here, power tools, can never have enough. And that's about it. Okay, we're going to drink some beer and get this done. Bolts got to come off, or these by the jacky stands. 2 13mm and 1 10mm. So get in there and get them out. outside. All right, those screws are off, bolts, and this plate comes out. First access plate. Oh, get it out of our face. Oh my fucking beer! Oh my God! Don't ever do that. Drop your beer. The beer. Okay, now we're going to take off this other plate. This one is the E16. There was a couple of 7 millimeters here that I popped out, but the rest are these E16, inverted torque 16. So basically just pop them out, drop the screws, let the monkey pick them up.
I got it.
Okay, so this one, now we slide it.
Forward or back?
I don't know, like this. Yeah. Let go. All right. Slide her off. Keep holding it, Kevin. All right, let go. And we'll get it out of our face. Excuse me. All right, DCT filters in here. There's 4 bolts in here, E8. Don't use a power tool on here like a douchebag. Use a hand tool because, you know, this is very delicate work here. So you just want to loosen these things off, you know, crisscross fashion. That's what I was always taught in, you know, shop in school, high school. You know, then we're going to do that when we're putting it back on. And then we're going to put a little can under there. We're going to catch a little bit of oil that's going to drip out, a couple of ounces at most. And this car's already had the 2 extra liters of DCT fluid. So we're not going to bother replacing whatever fluid we lost because we already have extra fluid in there. And once I got that fairly loose, then I'm going to all right, let's see. Okay, we're just going to take these screws out and then we'll cut back. All right, then, you know, don't forget, stay, you know, internal coolant when you're doing this kind of stuff. So cheers. And, you know, Stella, nice beer as well. All right, we're going to wiggle this off. Don't use any tools. It's a little bit warm here. I might have to put some gloves on. And we will wiggle it off and pull off the cap. All right, I'm going to put some gloves on. It's a little hot. Okay, we're wiggling this off. There it is. Try to catch all the oil. There's that. We're going to replace that O-ring with a new one. Grab ourselves a pair of needle nose pliers. Okay, pull that down a little bit. Keep going, keep going. Down, down, down. And there goes the old filter. All right, we got that off. We come over here where our equipment is. So we got the new filter we're going to put on there. We got a new gasket we're going to use. And we got some new screws that we're going to use. And we're going to put all that stuff in. We'll pop it in. And this is what the dealer wants to charge you, like $1,500. I've seen some people pay over $2,000 with tax for, it's a very simple job. The biggest bullshit shit part of this job, the biggest bitch, is taking off all those bolts for the skid plate. But once you got all that stuff off, 4 screws here, pop in the new filter, Bob's your uncle. Booyah. All right, so new bolts, 4 new bolts we're gonna use. New gasket. I don't know how many of you guys took shop, but always put a little bit of lubricant on the new gasket. There you go. Take a little tool here. We're going to take this old gasket off, just like that. We're going to discard that. We're not using it. Putting the new one on that we just lubricated. Nicely into its little groove, just like that. We can throw some oil on there. Same thing with the new DCT filter. We're gonna dip a little bit of the DCT fluid, put it on this gasket. Just like that. And now we're gonna pop her in. Watch my melon and watch where I'm stepping. And we're gonna put it in. We're gonna wanna hear a little click so it seats in there nicely. There it is, beautiful. So now we're gonna put this thing back on. There's only like really one way it goes on. Like you can't really, if it doesn't line up the screws, then you just rotate it until everything lines up, just like that. And now we will hand tighten. Get in there. And we'll hand tighten these. So we got the new filter lid on with the new gaskets. So crisscross. So you're going to do this one, snug it up, then you come crisscross on the other side, snug it up. You know, we want even pressure on all 4 sides, snug it up, crisscross, snug it up like this. And then we're going to torque it down to 53 inch-pounds, I believe. I'll do 53 inch-pounds, crisscross, and, you know, don't play games. Oop, I gotta change that to the right way. We'll just snug it up. Snug them up first. All right, put that little lip in there. That's it. Now we got the alignment bolts. Alignment bolts in slots number 1 and 2. I gotta find them.
It should be right there.
Right there.
There.
And we'll put it in. Other bolt. That's it. And now you're just screwing in bolts, man. Screwing them in.
take out that leaf? There's a leaf there.
Whatever, man. Take it out. Big deal. All right, line it up in there. There it is. Okay, let's screw them in. Need my wrench. Hold that. That one seems to fit. All right, boys, and now she's all buttoned up. Both the skid plates are on, all the screws, bolts, whatever, tightened up. You know, the biggest bullshit part of this job is taking off these skid plates. And, but whatever, if you're not monkeying around and drinking beer and making videos, you know, this job is, you got it done in under an hour. And, these guys at the dealership want to charge you $1,500 plus tax. I've seen it go as high as $2,000. And for what? For a $120 filter? You know, screw them. So if you don't have a lift, it's a little bit bullshit, because how are you going to get underneath? You know, there's warp drive. You know, I'm lowered. So, you know, I'm a little lower, but how are you going to work on the ground? You're not going to work on the ground here. You know, we're not monkeys. So, but if you got a lift or you have access to a lift, buy the filter online for $125 or whatever the hell it is. Probably find it even cheaper, and just do it and be done with it. You know, screw the dealer. All right, we're all done. 10/10 is coming down. And then I'll sit next to warp drive. And that's it, man. If you got a lift, do it yourself, save yourself. You know, I just paid for the lift by doing one, well, almost one more DCT, and I paid for the lift. So that's that. And you know, we'll try to get some more uploads soon. There you go, keep coming. You're good. That's the sound lifts make. All right, you're off.